All right, hello and welcome to week 3 of the Core Control Challenge. Today we're going to be taking what we learned in week 1, pulling in, getting the TVA to fire and become aware of it. Week 2, adding that TVA pull in and then bracing. And then we're going to add it and bring it into an exercise now with an alternating dead bug. Now, a couple things you need to know for this one here is you really have to stay mindful during these 2 minutes. If your mind's wandering, you're probably going to lose position and you'll probably go back to more of a standard bracing dead bug, which is fine. However, the goal here is to also bring in that, once again, that transverse abdominals. And so in order to do that, you have to really stay mindful and kind of be aware of your position in this one. So we are going to use a 2-minute timer this week. This one can be challenging because you have a lot going on. You're working on your TVA, you're staying braced, you're moving, you have to be breathing the whole time. And so if you need to rest and come out of the position and reset, go right ahead. I'll be walking through that here. I'll be resting, I'll be resetting so you can understand how that is. But we are going to go for 2 minutes. So we're going to come down here. Now, for this one here, standard rules of the dead bug always apply. We're going to take our low back and we're going to flatten it in the ground. And this may happen naturally for you during this. But just to recap here what we're looking for, so you can do this just to start and kind of get a feel. If you flatten your low back into the ground and then you brace your core, this is standard bracing here. Now, what you're going to do here is you're going to also, so standard bracing, if you put your hands here, is standard bracing, right? So now what you're going to do is you're going to release the brace. You're going to push your low back in the ground, breathe in a little bit, just a little bit, pull in that TVA. So you can kind of do this whether you're inhale, exhale. If you still want to exhale, you can do that too. You can inhale, you can exhale, pull in a little bit. Now brace. Now your hands should be lower and more pulled in than where we were before. And the bracing, once again, is if someone's going to punch you in the stomach, you're going to do that. Now, from here, when I start the timer, we're going to come in this dead bug here. Your knees should be about 90 degrees. If they're in like this, it makes it really easy. And so you want to be right at 90. And then what we're going to do is from here, you're going to do that bracing. You're going to make sure your back's pushing the ground. You can inhale. You can exhale. You can pull in. And now brace here. So now I'm braced here, and that's where we'd start the movement. All right? So here we go. 2 minutes. Now, when we alternate here, you're not going to be holding your breath. And you can go nice and slow. We're going to go nice and slow here and just do our best. Here we go. So now's a good time to flatten your back to the ground, pull up. All right, here we go. Inhale, exhale, pull in, brace. All right, now breathe and now start moving. Start alternate, nice and slow. Keep that braced. You say pulled in, and then we come back up. Try to keep your head on the ground unless you have to. Then you go opposite leg here. You're braced, pulled in. And now, if this is really hard for you, remember, you can rest at any time. You can let yourself reset. And if you want to even add the smallest movements here, if that was too hard trying to go all the way out and you feel like you're losing it, so then what you can do is you can just come in here. You can inhale, exhale, pull in, brace, come into this position here. So you're pulled in, you're braced, and then just add small movement. And just try not to lose it. Just go real little bit here. Pay attention. Are you pulled in? Are you braced? Try to breathe only through your nose if you can. And you're working here. Now we're halfway through. Rest as you need to. You can reset. You can let your back come off the ground. You can breathe and you can come back in, flatten. Then once again, you can reset here. You can inhale, exhale, brace. Now we breathe. And you can add any movement you want. Just go nice and slow. Make sure you're not holding your breath as you're moving. You should be breathing the whole time. You're pulled in here in this transverse abdominals. You can always reset if you need to. And the goal would be that as this week goes on here, you gain some endurance and this gets a little easier. So really focus. You're here, inhale, exhale, pull in, brace, and now we add that movement. Just slight if you need to. Nice and slow, breathing. Still braced in. Feel free to put your hands on and just check. Do you feel like you're pulled in? Is your back into the ground? Always checking with yourself here. Just doing your best. 3, 2. All right. Now, if you are in my programs and you do any regular dead bugs as part of your programming, try to do this one instead. If it's a standard hold, it's just going to bring in a little more benefit. And if you do any core training that involves breathing and bracing like that, try and pull in on that TVA and keep that there as well. Next week, we're going to add in the final touch here, But give this one a shot. Stay mindful. Are you pulled in? Are you braced? Your back pushing the ground? And give it a shot. See you guys next week.